All right, so this week we're going to kind of do some like introduction of some stuff that we're going to need when we start chapter 8 after spring break. So, all the worksheets, excuse me, they're going to do are going to talk about evaluating, which means plug in. So I've said it before, but anytime in algebra you see the word evaluate, you're plugging in something. So, and it'll tell you what to plug in, but you're going to have 3 different types of problems, or at least what they look like, not types necessarily, but so if we had one like this, plug in -2. -2 to the second power is +4, and 3 times 4 is 12. So I want you to write your answer, and it says it on the worksheet like that as a coordinate. So the x part, what you plugged in, the y part, what you get at the end of your, after you plug in. Okay, so some of them will have something x squared, or just x squared, or with nothing like after that. Okay, some will have and I can't remember if I put the if or not in there, but if it says just x equals, that's what you're plugging in. So if I plug in 1, exponent first, -2, 1 to the second power is just 1. Then multiply, -2 plus 5 is 3. Okay, so again, what did I plug in? What did I get after? So you'll have some that will have something x squared and then plus a number or minus a number. Okay, then now, but each of those red things, all what's called. So Tuesday you'll have standard form. You'll have some that have all of it. Okay, so plug into exponents first. 2 to the second power is 4. And then I always multiply these together and then work with the rest of the problem instead of just copying it all down. But -4 times 2 is -8. 8 minus 8 is 0. Plus 3 is 3. Okay, so write your answer as a coordinate. So these are all versions of what we call standard form. You don't need to remember that, like standard form. And we'll talk about that at the beginning of chapter 8. Problems. Okay, it'll look like that. Then we have something called vertex form. And again, it's not important right now that you remember that. Excuse me. Okay, so plug in -1. -1 and -2 is -3. -3 to the second power is +9. So -1, 10. Okay, so this is what vertex form will look like. I'll explain what a vertex is, how you find it, and all that kind of stuff when we do the chapter. But there's only one other thing you could do at vertex form, and that's put like a number in the front. So some of the problems, I think it is, you'll have all problems that look like vertex form. And it'll tell you what to plug in. Oh, I added one in the middle. Oh, it's okay. Wednesday, vertex form. So it could have a number in the front here. And then Thursday. Okay. Then we'll end on Thursday with the evaluating stuff with what's called intercept form. And these ones all look very similar to each other. Okay, they look like they've been factored. Okay, so 2 plus 4, 2 minus 1. 2 plus 4 is 6. 2 minus 1 is 1. And we multiply them. Oops, why did I put negative? Okay, so really the only difference that I could do is put a number in the front. I could change the numbers. Some of them you're going to plug in 0, so let's do that. 0 minus 3, 0 plus 1. Negative 2, 0 minus 3 is negative 3, 0 plus 1 is 1. Negative 2 times negative 3 is 6, times 1 is 6, so got 6 again. Okay, so vertex form looks like that or that. I mean, I could just change the numbers around. Really the only difference. Excuse me. Okay, so I think like Thursday, 10 problems like with this. Okay, so I'm pretty sure intercept form like this. Okay, and all these skills we will need to use when we do chapter 8 after spring break. So it's just a way of kind of introducing them and giving you some practice before we get going. Okay, all right, have a great day, guys. We'll see you later. You know, you could have a negative 3 in the front. And you don't have to have a plus or minus, like something at the end. So negative 3, 1 plus 2. Do the 1 plus 2 parentheses first. 3 to the second power is 9. And negative 27. Okay, so this is another vertex form problem. Just doesn't have the plus something or minus something at the end. Okay, so you'll have on Wednesday